Hey guys, this is Dr. Jackson again. Today we're going to just be prepping some code for the next video, and just having a chill time. Nothing crazy. I'm not like trying to fix any bugs or anything. I will go over what I did before though. I did go ahead and make a rotation struct. For just managing rotation in like your stuff, because if you remember, I had a ton of floats for each rotation, x, y, and z for scene rotation object, and just have a rotate vect, right? That's all you gotta do. Added a new file called core utils. This basically takes in a structure through reference and does a bunch of things with it. So rotate will rotate your vector along the x, y, and z. Basically, when you change your rotate vector struct memory structure, it doesn't actually do anything until you until you call the rotate functions. So instead of doing them all, I just have a rotate, so you can just rotate your vector. Set rotation is very similar to rotate. Set rotation, isn't similar to that. All it does is it resets your memory structures to 0. So you can do set rotation and then rotate to rotate back to 0. Actually, let's do that. Key press right here. Case R. But what is that? That is set rotation, and then pass in your struct. Scene rotate. Float rot vec. What the hell? What am I doing here? Here we go. Rot vec 0. Actually, yeah, what am I doing, guys? Rot vec 1, 2. Yeah. Cool. Okay, that's working now. Let's log in. Quit out of SimH. I had to rebuild. I broke my my server. So this is also my video server. Which is what stuff is? Yeah, it's also my video server. All the good stuff. All the good stuff. Yeah. Am I? Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure the audio and capture was working, because last stream it wasn't working. Let's go to desktop, cd desktop, and GL2. Build. Let's try building it and see if what did I change? I did set rotation. That changed. Cool. So then if I do this and change scene rotation in square rotation, and then build it again. Jesus. What happened? Oh, right. I didn't actually do the I need to like really figure out how to like. I need to practice. I'm good at Vim. I'm good at TE, but Visual Studio, I don't have all my fingers figuring out the very quick multi cursor thing, which is very helpful. Float. Actually, yeah, I can just do this. You know what I could do? If I'm like really feeling it, I will have this as part of the function as reset rotation or something. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Void reset rotation. Rotate vec. And type. Remember, this is C++, C++. So ideally, you have return types for every single function, so you would have safe programming that way. But no, we'll deal with that later. And then cool. So then if I just do this, actually I should just do I haven't done this. Does that sound right? Is that how that goes? Let's try building it. What? Oh. It's like, what? Too few arguments. Okay, what am I missing, guys? What am I missing? Oh. I'm losing my mind. Invalid conversion from int to float. Set rotation. Set rotation. Oh my God, I'm losing. I am losing it, boys and girls. Cool, okay, so that works. Then that means here I can get rid of this. Set rotation. And I'm passing in by reference because that's sort of what you're supposed to do. Because the thing is, if you don't pass by reference and you just pass, and if I just say, instead of passing, let's minus a little bit. If I don't pass by reference and instead I just pass by just this, just the name, then what's going to happen is it's going to push that entire structure onto the stack. Which for a computer like this, a Pi with like 4 gigs of RAM, it's fine. But, you know, it's still not ideal. I like programming small, not big. Programming small is usually good. Of course, there's things in here that, like, obviously I can program smaller. I'm not the master at it by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm personally trying to practice because I program in CPM a lot, and I want to keep that. I want to keep that mindset to program small. Right. So if you can see, as you can see, all the structure has been replaced. Has replaced everything. So yeah, those core utils. So this is really just rotation. Thus far, rotate, set rotation, rotate, like updates the rotation on the display, set rotation. Does that. So if you go here to display, right? So it's actually a little easier to read because basically, so I clear the color, clear the screen, do the buffer bit, and then I rotate the scene first. Then I translate. Then I rotate. So rotation for scene, I realize that my scene rotation tutorial is sort of a little not correct. Like, to rotate the scene, you literally just rotate. That's all you have to do. You don't have to translate first. But if you want to draw something always facing you, you rotate, then translate, draw, and then reset everything back. That's how you have everything facing you. That's why when you have this going, right, and I rotate to the left, it's always facing me, no matter what. We can get rid of that by getting rid of this and getting rid of that. What's going on here? Am I losing my mind? Probably losing my mind. Oh, I think it's the... I can't make sure on that. Basically, you don't need to translate. You can just rotate. You can just rotate, and that'll rotate the scene. So, let me see. You translate. Yes. This is what you do. You translate. I think you translate to the object first, then rotate, and then draw, and then reset back. So this is me rotating around the object. The object isn't rotating. I'm rotating around the object. And then you just do the reverse. You do the reverse for rotating everything around you. So anyway, we're going to, first of all, let us actually, GitHub. How do I make a new repository, my dudes? Let's do PyGL tutorial. Create new repository. Push an existing, git init, add readme, commit, first commit, remote add origin. How do I do this? Okay, well, let us copy everything. Cool, so it says git init, git add, let's just do echo PyGL tutorial readme.md, git add, git commit, first commit, and then git config global user email cubes@gmail.com, git config global user name Patrick. Git branch master. Git remote add origin. Git push u origin master. Let me figure out what's going on here. I don't know how to sign in. One moment. While I do this. What? Let me see if this works. Let's see if this works. Well, That's unfortunate. I will have to figure out how to. Once this is done, I'll add this to GitHub. That's so weird. Like, I should be able to do this. Anyway. Let us make a new file. We're going to call this primitives. Okay. And we're going to include primitives. Cool. And then what we're going to do is we are going to draw squares. So let's call this draw square. Primitives. Let's do void draw square. Let us try it. There we have a square drawn. Now, what if we want to have a number? Or what if we want to decide where we want to draw the square? So let us do outlook ec. Let's see, 0.0f, 0.0f, 0.0f. So then we can do this. Float look vec. Then we can move to where we want to draw the square. Translate to squares location. We'll translate f look vec. What if I cool. Let's try building it. Sounds good. So cool, we now have a function that will draw a square at location locvec. Let's say 1, 1. So x and y is 1 and 1. See, it's 1, 1, and it's up a little bit. And remember, we translate -5 back, so we're moving back away. So if I change this to -1, let's see what happens. It's a little further away because it's -6. But now if I change this to 1, then it's bigger because we are closer. That's so weird. I figured that the square rotation no longer works the way it, I originally meant it to. Which is fine. We can actually get rid of that because I just needed that for you know, proof of concept. You know what we could do if we did cubes instead of squares? We could actually do we could do like Rubik's Cube rotation, like a really easy Rubik's Cube program in OpenGL. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, I'll keep the cube rotation in. I'll keep the object rotation in. But do know that what's happening is I'm rotating. Rotates is the origin, so I'm translating to where I'm supposed to be drawing the square. Rotating, but then I'm translating again and then drawing. So I'm rotating, translating, and then translating away from that point of rotation and rotating around that point. So you're getting a lot of degrees of freedom. It's really wild. You can get really lost in this. So just know that for this, that's why it's looking weird. Of course, you don't, like, that doesn't have to happen. In fact, we probably don't want to be there. We will probably actually remove this later. Actually, you know what? I'll comment it out. For now, I won't get rid of any of the code. But that's also why this rotation looks a little off too. It's because we're translating, and then we're translating, and then rotating. So yeah, you're gonna have to think a little bit about this. But what if we did this? For I equals 0, I less than 3, I plus or J. Yup. Want to say anything to YouTube? Want to say anything to YouTube? Want to say anything to YouTube?
What?
I'm streaming.
Oh, right now?
Yeah. Yeah. Then we cut this, put it here, and then let us do this. Floats. I float J. Let's just change this back to 0. And then, actually, we gotta offset some things. So plus equals 2 plus equals 2. Let's see what happens, guys. That was bizarre. Why do I? Oh, okay. Well, look at that. Well, now I can draw any arbitrary number of, I can draw an arbitrary number of squares. I think what's happening is we're drawing 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, because we're translating off each one. Because what's happening is actually wild. We're drawing here, right? So here, we're drawing this. But if you go here, we're translating. So what we actually want is we want a load identity. I can't remember. I think after each draw. No, I'm drawing each one stacked on top of each other. Maybe before? Let me look. Translate, use program. Okay. Was it renderer? GL load identity. Draw tiles. Update frame. Load identity. Translate back. So that was for update frame. Oh God. Okay. This is where you can just get lost in the sauce, my dude. But we're working this one out together. Okay. At the end of every draw, I want to, before every draw, I want to load identity. translate then draw. Let's see if that works. Well, if I copy a comment, nothing's going to work now, is it? Hey, there we go, folks. And because I did load identity each time, of course, rotate doesn't work. But if I load identity, rotate, and then translate? Hey, there we go. That's why I did an update frame function before, because you can just put reset, do your scene rotation. The scene rotation is the way it's because I needed to do it that way. If you didn't want to have objects facing your direction, it's actually it's quite easy to figure this out with OpenGL because it's very logical. Basically, what I'm doing here is I am rotating the scene, translating, drawing, rotating back and translating back. So wherever I rotate, that is now facing me. But if I do it differently, if I translate, draw, rotate, if I translate, draw, reset, then rotate, let me just copy this just in case. If I translate, draw, GL, load identity, rotate, I think it will be a different kind of rotation. If you look here, it's hard to tell. Wait, is it? No, what? If I translate, draw, and then rotate. Folks. Okay, basically I'm trying to rotate my view. I'm not trying to rotate the world around me. Translate, draw. A translate plus a translate equals a translate, right? So that should be fine. And a reset. I'm not gonna sleep well if I don't solve this problem. my god, guys, I can't believe I just... Reset, translate. Oh. So many small mistakes. Okay, this is what I had before. This is what I had before. Okay. What happens without anything? Yeah, nothing. Okay, basically I want to translate first. Draw. Geo load identity. Cool. I want to translate. Translate, draw, reset. After this is all done, geo why is that doing that? That's kind of cool. And this should do nothing. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, let me think one more time on this. Jeez. Okay. What am I trying to do? Basically, what's happening is when I'm rotating, I'm seeing things like this. What I want to do is I want to see them like this. Like, because I was looking at it here, but then I rotated right, and now it's off to my peripheral vision. Let us do this. Because I have the means let's just draw one. Let's try just drawing it back. Just so that, okay. That should do nothing, right? Right. Okay. I remember. I don't have it solved, but I remember you have to do it reverse. You have to do it reverse. Okay. I remember my coworker saying this. Eben was saying this. The steps that you have to do in reverse, because the last thing you should have is an identity. The identity should put you back to 0, 0. But if you do a rotation last, and then you do an identity, well then you just totally ruined it. Oh god, okay, let me think about this. It isn't that, this is not hard. It's hard to think about. Oh god, most of the stream is just me thinking about how to do this. Okay. It's rotation, draw, identity. It's not draw, rotation. It's not. That'd be wonderful if it was, right? But that's not how that works. There are ways of doing something like that. I think you can push pop matrices. You should learn how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Or I don't know exactly how it helps. Okay, let me see. If here's the camera and here's the object. Draw. Rotation here is the same as I want the scene to be independent of the camera. So before the scene is doing this, I want the camera to be doing this. Because I'll have to talk to my coworker about this. I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind. The reason I have a load identity up here is just so I can like reset it back so I can then draw stuff again. But basically we have code that we can draw multiple squares with. WikiHow. Is this how to do it in code blocks? What? polygon. What the hell? Oh, Lord in heaven. That's kind of cool. Cube mapping. Oh, that's fun. Glut wire cube. That's what it is. Haha, look at that. And then if I really wanted to like mess with absolutely everything, or maybe not, you know, maybe not. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. So you see how those cubes are like this? I feel like that's how that should look when I'm like rotating the camera, not the scene. Basically, when I rotate the scene around the camera, there's a constant distance between my eye and the camera. If you rotate the camera is actually looking further away from the object, so you should see different distortion. At least that's my thought. Maybe not. Well, I'll talk to my coworker. We will figure that out, and then I'll get back to you on this video. I don't know why I'm having such a problem trying to figure that out, but yeah, that should be it. I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully it'll finally be that OpenGL tutorial. See you guys.